Be a student for longer. That is something I'm gonna share with you today, and something that, looking back, was such a huge thing that helped me. That helped me advance in certain areas of life, from my perspective, advance, helped me grow, and so many other things. Yeah, and it's this, be a student, accept being a student. Look for mentors, look for teachers, ask for advice. Yeah. So many times, this is almost feels like a cheat code. The willingness to, for a long time, accept seeing yourself as a person who doesn't know, who doesn't have it figured out yet. What this is gonna do is, every opportunity you will see as learning, because you're gonna be like, oh shit, like I don't know this. This is an opportunity for me to figure it out. Let's learn. In that moment, in that situation, you're not like, no, I already got this, even though inside you feel like you don't. You're gonna be honest. You're gonna be like, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna communicate. I don't know. I'm gonna ask for advice. I'm gonna ask for feedback. Yeah. You might see, at that moment, you might see this as weakness, as you losing an opportunity, you being seen as somebody who doesn't know, and so on and so on. But long term, you're gonna learn way, way, way more than people who assume this position of knowing. Yeah. It's such a cool thing, because you're always learning. You always think you know, then in 2 years you realize, shit, I didn't really know. Or you think you know everything about this topic, and then somebody mentions something else, and then you're like, oh shit, like I haven't stumbled on that information. I didn't realize I didn't know that. And this is really about those things, that I don't know what I don't know. We have to be careful around that. Wait, sorry. Oh shit, okay. We have to be careful around that, because there are so many things that we don't know that we don't know. And accepting this role of learning, of always learning, solves that problem. It really does. And you will see that you will get sooner to a place of more competence, skill, knowledge, wisdom, whatever, than a person who is not a student. Now, the feeling you have inside is not gonna be the one of a master. You're still gonna be a student. The feeling of that person who doesn't have a student mindset is gonna be the one of, I know, look at me, I'm confident. Very often those people will be more confident and less competent, but you will be more competent and less confident. That is that, in my opinion, is an advantage, because what you then, if you're a student, will look for is your competence. Am I competent enough to be confident? You want to become a good dancer? Accept that you don't know. Accept that you don't know. Accept that you need to learn. You need to train, and so on. And even more, things that you think you know, repeat them again. Go to classes and do them again. Listen to them again. You're listening to them with new awareness, with new experience, with new blah 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 blah. You're gonna learn more. You're gonna make your knowledge deeper. It's gonna sink deeper. It's gonna be more firm. It's gonna be more embodied. It's the same with when you hear a quote for the first time in your life, and you're like, oh wow, this makes sense. And your mind thinks that, oh, I know this. For example, I'm gonna tie it to experiences I had a little while ago. You know the word memento mori. It's remember that you're going to die. And you're now like intellectually like, duh, I'm gonna die. Cool. But then certain things happened, and this really got me feeling like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. like like this is not forever. My years are going, the time is passing by. Like, why focus on things that don't really matter to me? Like, it's going. I don't know if I'm gonna wake up 3 weeks from now. Maybe I'm gonna have a car crash. I'm gonna die. This is a level deeper. Like, now I'm tying the words or the explanation or somebody said something to my personal experience. Now it's deeper. But having that experience once, it's not enough. It's just a one-time thing, and you forget about it and you go on. But then me consciously remembering, trying to remember each day, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Fuck, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Like, this then changes your perspective a shit ton. Like, it's not the same thing anymore. The same with dancing. Repeating the technique, searching for different explanations of the same thing is gonna deepen your knowledge. Then applying it on the dance floor, applying it with different people, at different festivals, at different moods, you know. All of this is gonna make it deeper, more ingrained, and you're gonna become a better dancer, better person, better blah 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 blah, whatever. Yeah, so it's this theoretical knowledge, then applied knowledge, and then applying it over and over and over again until it becomes embodied. Yeah, for you who go to our school, Embodied Keys, I never talked about why it's called Embodied Keys, but there's one hint. There's a reason why it's called Embodied Keys. And also it's about accepting the position of temporary weakness, vulnerability, and so on. It's not always easy, but it's worth it, you know. Asking for a hug, asking for support, saying like, bro, I need help. I need help. I don't know what to do. It's driving me crazy. Wow, what is happening? Accepting that at this moment of my life, I don't have it figured out. I need help. I need support. You know, not at that moment, not being like, no, I should have it figured out. Like, no, you shouldn't. You are where you are. From this moment, accept it. Accept that you're maybe weak. You're lost. You're whatever, and search for advice. You know, it's not weak. Like, this is strength. This is strength, and it's gonna make you even more stronger, even stronger. That's it for today.